so I don't act like an idiot and embarrass Garrett. I prepared myself some notes. My young eyes may be able to read them up here in the dark. Before I begin, I must apologize to Garrett for some shortcomings in my remarks. Good buddy, I hate to disappoint you, but my comments aren't going to last 48 minutes, and I'm not going to begin with the year 1066 in the Battle of Hastings. Any of you who've attended a swearing-in in Newton County and your legs have gone numb, you know what that means. On a more serious note, it's my sincere privilege to present Garrett Ludlum for this induction. I must first confess my motives for nominating Garrett were at least partially selfish. Excuse me. Nearly a year ago, I unexpectedly lost my father to cancer. Despite having Hall of Fame credentials as a high school basketball coach, he wasn't nominated to the Hall of Fame while he was around to enjoy it. I've since vowed that I would do everything I could to make sure those I care about get the recognition they deserve while they're around to enjoy it. With that said, there is no person I know more deserving of recognition from his peers than Garrett Ludlum. When Garrett got the call from the bar to tell him he was being inducted into the Hall of Fame, he was genuinely humbled to receive such an honor. That humility makes him all the more deserving of this recognition. Rarely in life do you have an opportunity to do something truly special for someone you care about. I can honestly say, no matter what happens for the rest of my career, nominating and presenting my good buddy for induction to the Hall of Fame will always be one of the greatest accomplishments of my professional life. Unlike some other speeches we're here tonight, I'm not going to tell you a long story about old war stories of us doing things in the trenches. Instead, I'm going to tell you about a man whose career I truly admire. Garrett's a true lawyer's lawyer. He doesn't rest on his laurels or past accomplishments. He works extremely hard to provide the best representation possible to his clients. Not only is he a lawyer's lawyer, he's the epitome of what I learned so much about being a Campbell lawyer. He lives with Christian values, is a zealous advocate, and takes genuine pride in his profession. In the rich history of Campbell law, Garrett's the only graduate to be inducted into this Hall of Fame. As much as anything else, that should tell you the kind of lawyer Garrett is. For the past 31 years, Garrett served the people of Ludlum County in a way of deserving this honor. He prides himself in being a true country lawyer and representing people from all walks of life. He's represented the most affluent members of our community, and at the same time, he's been just as proud to represent the less fortunate for nothing or practically nothing at the rate of $55 an hour these days. You'll see farmers and businessmen pulling Ludlum pins out of their pockets, and at the same time, you'll see some less fortunate people wearing T-shirts with Garrett's Ticket Fixer license plate on the back. He really is a man of the people and not afraid to sit down and eat fried chicken with them in public. No matter where you come from or what you do, he's going to represent you to the best of his ability. In short, Garrett's the kind of lawyer that made me want to be a lawyer. As many of you know, the Ludlum County Bar has a long history of producing not only great lawyers, but some great characters. Part of what has made these local legends special is their combination of style and substance. Garrett's a perfect example of just that. For a lot of reasons, he's the Denny Crane to my Alan Shore. I say that partially because Hayes, his son and law partner, says we have a bromance. Partially because you'll see him walking around Courthouse Square with a pinstripe tie chewing on a cigar. And partially he's been known to act at times like he's got the mad cow. I say that also because he's full of witty one-liners that makes going to work every day enjoyable. For example, this is one of my favorites. When people ask him how he can go to sleep at night after representing criminal clients, he's quick to jokingly respond back to them, "Two Crown and Juniors and I sleep just fine." It's a genuine pleasure to practice alongside such a skillful and colorful attorney as Garrett. I'll close my remarks if I can get through them the same way I closed my letter to the selection committee. My daddy taught me, excuse me, that your work is a reflection of who you are. After I've been practicing for 31 years, I can only hope that the work I've done reflects on me the way that Garrett does on him. If so, I know I've made my daddy proud. I can't give anyone in this world a greater compliment than that. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Garrett Ludlum.